Well, hello my beautiful Virgo, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to talk about love, money, career, but we never ask how are you doing. So this reading will address that at this time. We'll see what you're going through, how you're going to move through this period, any solutions that come up there as well. Also, I'm only using one deck because I really love the simplicity it lends to this particular reading. And of course, I've opened a competition for one subscriber to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are just here for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What are they going through right now? What are they needing to see ahead of them? Can you please show them the way? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them? Now, before I even start, I'm being given an image in the water of a lighthouse. So lighthouses, they tend to guide through stormy times. So some of you may have felt really tested recently. I mean, lighthouses, it can also indicate that you are a beacon of light in someone else's storm at this moment in time and you're helping someone through something. But also, you know, lighthouses can indicate that you feel unsupported at this time. You may feel that things have been challenging and you're trying to gain clarity. Also, it can indicate that some of you feel unseen and you're trying to shine your light during a very difficult or testing time and it will not go unnoticed. So, I mean, it could also be a sign or a logo that will be important to you over the next coming weeks or months. But it can indicate that you will be guided through any difficulty so that you can reach safe shores. If some of you are finding that life is a bit challenging right now, because of course the lighthouse is a symbol of guidance, security, and trusting the process that you are moving towards something significantly better than before, but at the same time that the challenge is nearly done. Okay, so please take it as it resonates. It may not resonate for everybody. Of course, as you can see, I'm shuffling these cards, so I cannot choose the cards that pop out for you. So this reading, it may not resonate with everyone. I will give you a broad idea of what the overarching energy for your whole reading is, and then individually I will look at each card for you, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What are they going through at this time? Can you please show them the way? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please guide them? Thank you so much. So we have the 8 of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords, the 5 of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, and the Strength card. So what I'm looking at here is you trying to reignite that lust for life, that spark. You're trying to remain motivated, sustained energy towards a project. Some of you have found things a little bit difficult. Sometimes you tend to burn yourself out. You keep going until your body says stop. And that could come in the form of a seasonal cold or, you know, your immune system gets a little bit low. So do watch out for that. Some of you may have been going through that at this time. Some of you are literally trying to transform your life and you're waiting to hear news on something and you are going to have a breakthrough, but I want you to be aware it's a little bit delayed. And with the Strength card, I feel like you've been walking a very difficult journey, but you're about to overcome these struggles. What I can see here is that you've learned that you have no time for games. That's what I'm seeing here. No time for anyone who wastes your time, tries to derail your dreams, and you're trying to disconnect from dysfunctional relationships or friendships at this time, especially since we have the Ace of Swords, which is in the resistance position. This can be like people who miscommunicate, or people who basically don't give you the full facts, maybe omit a few things, or maybe some people who are a bit loose with the truth. With the Ten of Pentacles as well, it could be something that is closer to home. Perhaps it's a family member, or perhaps it is someone that you invested your energy in. Could be a relationship. Right now, I feel like you're looking at balance, and you're someone who is there for people all the time. You tend to be someone who is very strong. You tend to be someone who is there to be, an emotional crutch for someone. So I want you to be aware that you're not just here in this lifetime to be that emotional crutch. That's what I can see here. I feel like you're learning that your happiness is not tied up in another person, or in any shape or form, that you're not responsible for another person's happiness, that you are here to discover your happiness and shine your beautiful light to encourage others to do so also, okay? You tend to lead by example. Maybe that's what the lighthouse is all about in the water when I was scrying, because I'm scrying throughout your whole reading. So maybe that's what it's about. But also, I feel, you're not just here to fix things. And I know one of the traits of a Virgo, it tends to be like a typical trait that's noted in a lot of astrology books and things like that, that you are a natural born fixer, okay? But I feel you are learning that it's not to be at detriment to your own happiness, or that, you're depleted in energy. Some people, no matter what you do in life, they will never be happy. They have to find that happiness within themselves, and eventually they'll find it for themselves as well. So you're not there to provide that happiness or to be responsible for that happiness. You're there to, of course, make yourself happy, and then it actually filters out. It is a vibration, and of course it will basically influence the people around you. Whenever you walk into a room and you see that one person who is unapologetically themselves and they shine, they're not egotistical and like standing out from the crowd on purpose. They're just being themselves. There is a wonderful gravitas about them, and they are, enjoying themselves and living in the present moment. And they actually give other people permission to join them. People want to gravitate towards their energy because they're like, who's that? Naturally, people are magnetized to a person like that. And you have that natural ability, and you tend to attract people who also need fixing or come towards you for your light, and they drain you of your energy. So one of your lessons, especially something that perhaps you've been going through at this moment in time, is to be more discerning about the company that you keep. Okay, so that's coming out there as well. Now also, I'm not sure if it's relevant, but I am feeling this energy. When I was preparing a reading, because I tend to do like a 10-minute meditation, I really reflect on the energy that I'm getting, and then I light the candle. And as I went to light the candle, the match, it snapped, okay? So I feel some of you, I feel like you're trying to manage pressure at this time, manage stress levels. You may feel that you're trying to remain motivated, but it's hard. You're exhausted. For some of you, you may feel like broken down by an experience, or you feel that somehow you've lost your sparkle, where you're about to regain that spark, that lust for life is returning for you. And I feel like you're looking more at what you have to enjoy in life rather than what you do not have at this time. When you change your mindset, you attract more good things for you to be grateful for, is what I see there. But also, I feel a lot of you are focusing on your finances at this time, thinking about your family or the people you really care about. You're investing in something that will bear fruit, but also I feel like you're doing a lot of learning. Some of you are experiencing a lot of new starts right now as well, okay? And you're just wondering where it's going to go. And sometimes I feel there's a big energy here that you've been given the gift of vision to see the goal, your calling. But sometimes you have to surrender to the process and acknowledge that the path, sometimes it's not clear, or sometimes we're not given the blueprint of how to get to our goal. We just have to trust in the process, put one foot in front of the other, and start, okay? Because we're always going to be tested along the way, no matter what your goal is. That's just life, okay? We all know it. I'm not here to, sugarcoat anything. I'm here to basically say what happens in life and what I can see in the energy. And I feel like you have been tested. And, we all get tested in different forms to spiritually evolve and learn. But if we knew that the path ahead to the goal that we want was laden with tests, perhaps we would second guess ourselves or overthink it, or actually not take the path at all because we're like, whoa, there's a couple of tests on there that I'm really a little bit nervous about. So we're not given the blueprint of how to get somewhere. We're given the gift of vision, of sight. You know, you see the goal that you want, you manifest it. You don't know how you're going to get there. You have some idea that perhaps you're going to plan to take the first step in this direction, but ultimately the universe will send you a plot twist to spin you over here to meet another person that may be critical to your journey, perhaps over here to have another experience or another opportunity. You know, variety is the spice of life. Sometimes our goals and the path to get to them are not linear, and I feel like you're surrendering to that process at this time, and actually that empowers you. Okay, so moving on from that energy, let's go individually to the cards. We've got the Eight of Wands. This is a card of really busy. I feel you've been pushed and pulled in many different directions. Things have picked up pace, and also I feel with the Eight of Wands, some of you are like, has time shifted? Is time speeding up in some way? How is it I'm getting less done now than I used to do? It just feels like a lot. Or perhaps you feel there's like a lethargy or a heaviness about you recently or over the last couple of years. I feel it collectively for humanity, because I feel since we've gone through a very critical point in humanity a couple of years ago, everything has shifted, and I feel our bodies, we tend to, even though you may have had different thoughts about what went on, it was a collective trauma, something that our generation has not experienced before. And as we start to come out of that, even if we're not thinking about it, our bodies are getting over it. So I feel there's this energy of time. It's almost like it feels like it's speeding up because we know how critical it is, and that we don't want to waste time because we know, what it feels like to be on hold, okay? And we want to spend time with our nearest and dearest, the people that we really care about, and also we want to find the value in life, really connect to things that mean something. And also, there is that heaviness, of course, that comes from trauma response, okay? So I feel a lot of humanity right now is kind of finding their way out of that. I know it's a couple of years on, but it'll depend on each person, and I'm feeling that in your reading. Maybe this is not going to resonate with everyone, but it's almost like I'm getting this. Time is speeded up. I feel really heavy. I need to do all the things that I want to accomplish. It feels like there's never enough time in the day. You're still super busy, I feel like you're still doing a lot, but at the same time, you're like feeling perhaps at a standstill in some way. I feel like you're waiting for some sort of breakthrough, even though you have been working really hard towards your goals. You are about to receive that breakthrough. I mean, you have two cards here of news. I want you to be aware of that. Page of Pentacles often offers solid news, something that you're going to be really excited about. I mean, for some of you beautiful Virgos, I'm getting a very sort of aside energy, so it will not resonate with everyone. Some of you are going to hear news about a book deal or publishing something, or, perhaps it's something connected to your life story, and it's going to be very successful. They may try to offer you less money than you truly deserve, or they may try to offer you a deal where you don't get the royalties that you are due, let's put it that way. It's almost like they want to say, okay, we got a really great book here, or we really got a great project here, but however, we're making cutbacks, and because it may be either I feel it's an energy that you're really excited about it, so they may go, okay, they're a little bit excited, so let's offer them this. I feel like you will stand true to your integrity, to your values, and to your morals, and I feel like you will negotiate a better deal, because I feel like it's almost like they want to offer you half, okay? That's what I'm seeing there, but I feel with your negotiation skills and the confidence in what you have to offer, and this is across the board, it doesn't just have to be about a book deal. I feel it can be about any project that you're trying to connect to. If you're starting from scratch on something, I feel actually you're starting from experience, and I feel this knowledge that you have to offer, it is invaluable. However, whatever it is that you do, I guess there has to be a price on it, because you have to be paid for it. So I feel like, negotiating better deals and standing true to who you are and valuing your skill set is really important at this time. Now, this reading, it's not really about career, money, love, all of those things, but that's come up there, so I had to mention it. The Eight of Wands is just an energy of like trying to feel motivated, that you are trying to gather all the strength inside of yourself to make a major transformation in your life. And you're going to see solid results from whatever it is that you are trying to accomplish at this time. Eight of Wands is things are picking up pace. Of course, there's a pigeon there that tends to represent news coming in. For some of you, with the Page of Pentacles, you may share news about something that you are accomplishing at this time. With the Five of Pentacles, it feels like sometimes, even when you get good news, you look for the fly in the ointment. Okay, so I feel like you're trying to change your mindset in some way, trying to be a little bit more positive about who you are, your journey, quieten the inner critic, shall we say, because I feel sometimes there's an energy here that, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, but there is an energy of perfectionism coming out in your reading. I don't like to mention things that are so like, you know, typical when it comes to certain traits for certain signs. They always say that Virgo is all about perfectionism, and we can all be that to some degree, but I really get an energy here that some of you were trying to start something or trying to launch something. Remember, sometimes the time is now. It's not when it's right or when it's perfect. The time is now. It will always be now. If you think about the word tomorrow, it really never comes, because as soon as you're in today, there's tomorrow again, and then tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow. Tomorrow, it never comes. So we have to shift perspective, really, and acknowledge that the time is now. And I feel if you're thinking about launching something, you have everything within you, the toolkit that you came to this lifetime with to accomplish that. So with that Eight of Wands, some of you are even thinking about moving. I mean, there is an energy here that some of you are thinking about going on vacation, or perhaps you are on vacation at the moment in time. I feel like some of you, you may feel that something that you purchased or paid for isn't value. You know, I feel there's an energy here of you maybe writing to customer service about something. Stick to your grounds, because I feel there's an energy here that you will get compensation. So whatever that is, that's coming through there as well. But the Page of Pentacles, this is all about the self. This is the investment in self. I feel like you're closing out a lot of chapters in your life, and I feel it's connected to the fact that you've learned that you have no time for games. So if anyone has come towards you in a low vibration, I feel like you're really stepping away from that. I feel like you're owning your truth. You're being really authentic. Remember, when you speak your truth, some people are not going to like it. And that's fine, because it sorts the wheat from the chaff. It really says, okay, this friend is really a friend. They're sticking around even though I give them my truth. That's how you basically, you know, make sure that your inner circle is tight, because you be your wonderful, authentic self, no holding back. And I feel some of you, your friendships may have been changing recently, and you're just trying to navigate your way through that because you're evolving. Your soul tribe will appear. The people who are strong enough to walk by your side in your truth will always appear by your side. So if you're feeling a little bit bereft right now, or a little bit lonely, know that there are people coming in who see you, who truly see you for who you are, and value your presence in their life, and also will make sure that they connect and support your endeavors and vice versa. But the Page of Pentacles, you know, I definitely see you closing out a lot of chapters here, but this is about you investing in self. So you could be starting like a new health regime, or maybe a new sleeping pattern, or perhaps you are trying to transform something where you invest in yourself in a different way. Could also be that you are thinking about new neighborhoods. I just get an energy of curiosity. Pages tend to be curious, and this is also a card of prosperity. So some of you may be trying to implement like new money-making ideas, especially since we have a 10 of Pentacles there as well. So this is all about wealth, real estate, knowledge. Some of you are recognizing that you are the student of life, and you are implementing skills and lessons that you've learned into the lifestyle that you have right now, and it's helping you spiritually evolve. For some of you, these two cards can indicate that you want alternative knowledge. You want to travel. You want to be informed by culture, by different languages, by different cuisines. You just want to experience the variety of life right now. And you're trying really hard to break free from either a cycle of repeat or the humdrum of the everyday. You're trying to keep life interesting and be enthusiastic about your path. Now, some of you may have been feeling a little bit clouded recently, a little bit lost, or feeling a little bit bereft. I mean, the Eight of Wands tells me that you're still very goal-oriented, so you know where you want to go. But the Eight of Wands also tells me that you're on the right path, okay? And you will actually discover news very, very soon that you are heading in the same direction that you want to achieve that goal in. I don't see any plot twists here, let me put it that way. Your path is a little bit more linear in the next couple of months than it has been for some time. Now, that Page of Pentacles, for some of you, this is about working. So it could be that you're working on yourself, of course, but you are looking at your projects that you do day to day. Some of you, it could be like career prospects. You may be entering a new job arena. Some of you may even travel for work. But I feel this is more about you kind of like keeping life moving, keeping life interesting, and you know, not being bored with your current circumstances. We have the Ace of Swords. Now it is in the resistance position, okay? So you get it like that, but it will go into the upright after the 6 weeks. So because it's partnered with the Ten of Pentacles, okay, this can indicate that Ten of Pentacles, when it's in the reverse, it can indicate conflict in the family unit, or perhaps there is some sort of misunderstanding with the Ace of Swords in the resistance position as well. It can be that there's been a few problems, or perhaps some really harsh words that have been said. It doesn't have to be family. It could be, you know, your soul tribe, people who are close to you. There could have been a falling out or some sort of disagreement, and you want to find a solution, but I feel you're going to hear from this person, because I feel like they want to give the olive branch. But the Five of Pentacles, I feel like you've withdrawn in order to think about this, because you may feel that this continues to happen. Now, with the Strength card, I feel like you're choosing yourself and you're valuing yourself, and this conversation that will come in the future, I feel it'll be very honest, very blunt, but it'll allow the other person to see that you now have healthier boundaries and that they can no longer break through that cycle. So I feel, you know, this is actually a really nice breakthrough point if you've been having a problem with someone in your family unit. If you're a parent, it could be a difficult child or a difficult teenager, or perhaps this is about, you know, more clarity when it comes to communication. You know, sometimes we can misconstrue what another person is saying. You know, tone is very important as well. So there could be some sort of discussion like, okay, I know you took it that way. I didn't mean it that way. However, I know that sounds like they're kind of blaming it on you, saying, well, you perceived it this way and that's your fault. But actually, I feel when you make them realize, they will actually take accountability for their actions. That's what I see here, okay? But I feel this person right now, they cannot see things from your perspective, but they will come around to it, is what I'm seeing there, okay? And it's not because of right or wrong. It's more about clarity and I don't want to say spelling it out, but I feel it's two people who are meaning one thing and the other. That's what I'm picking up on the energy, but maybe I'm just picking up on an aspect of what's gone on there. There will be a solution found, but I feel the relationship will have slightly changed. And actually, I feel later on it will be for the better, okay? Now, that Ace of Swords, when it goes up into the upright, this indicates a major transformation. I mean, with the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, some of you could have been waiting for some news and you felt like you've been on hold, whether it's connected to your personal development, your growth in some way. Maybe it's hormone related if you've been feeling a little bit of brain fog or cloudy. I feel like this news will come in and it will help you see where you can realign. So if there's been a problem with health, because we have that Five of Pentacles there, which can connect to some of you feeling a little bit under the weather, or you've been struggling with something in particular, I see a breakthrough here. I also see there's an energy here of support, and that, you know, you will convalesce. With the Strength card, I feel you'll take time to recoup your energy and get back to best. Also, the Ace of Swords, not all of you, some of you may have had a procedure or an operation, or if you've come to this reading and you know that you're about to have one, I feel that you know, there's an energy here that this procedure or the operation is going to be done like by the best, okay? And I feel for some of you, you may be a little bit worried, but the Strength card, it's like you are going to build back in strength. You're going to be stronger. And, you know, I feel like there's an energy of highlighting an issue or removing, you know, the issue so that you can recover. So that's coming out there strongly as well. But the Ace of Swords is more about communication. It's about, you know, standing in your truth and basically being very honest and open about your needs and having your needs met. So I feel like some of you, I mean, if I'm looking at those three cards, some of you could be learning a language at this time, or you are thinking about relocating somewhere and you're just getting a head start on learning a language so you can be a little bit proficient in it, getting around and things like that before you go. But that Ace of Swords, this is about communicating your needs, especially to your family unit. There may be someone in particular, because we have that 10 of Pentacles there, there may be someone in particular who you tend to butt heads with occasionally, but I've already mentioned that. Also, some of you, you know, you'll be thinking about money a lot. You may be thinking about your legacy, you know, what you leave in this lifetime, as in your reputation, the path that you've led, the money that you have, and, you know, pensions, you know, things about the future, things that we all practically have to think about that perhaps we don't like to think about from time to time, especially since the Ace of Swords is there. You're like, don't really like to think about it, but it is a practical thing to get your affairs in order for the future. You know, no matter how old you are, it's an important thing to do. So I feel some of you may be thinking about those practical things in life right now, and it may give you a bit of a headache, is what I see there. Some of you may be trying to get really good information or the best kind of advice on how to structure finances in a way that benefits you and your family, okay? Because this is a card of legacy. Now, some of you, I'm sending you a huge hug out there. Some of you, especially with the Five of Pentacles, you may be dealing with loss or bereavement, and I'm sending you a huge hug, so much love. There are literally no words to comfort. I totally understand that, and if I could just like scooch down the camera and just hold you, I totally would. But I see that some of you, if you've been wrestling with inheritance that perhaps hasn't come or has been delayed, and this is only if you've been going through this, I don't see any loss here. I see it has already happened. I feel like there will be some movement in that area. I do see with the 10 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles, it indicates like half, or it indicates that perhaps some of the estate gets sorted and then the other half has still yet to be dealt with. So I feel like you have to be patient, you have to be strong. Also, there may be a bit of a surprise or a plot twist in that inheritance that perhaps, you know, I feel like you are the bigger person about it, but you may not completely love it, is what I see there, okay? I got to be honest with what I see. Now, of course, the 10 of Pentacles, I am getting an energy of you attracting more wealth, being able to save a little bit more, but this is about your family tree or your lineage. So I definitely see some of you may be very thoughtful as you approach your birthday month, okay? Of course, you know, that is to come later on, and of course, happy birthday when that arrives for you. Hope you have the most magical day indeed. But the 10 of Pentacles, it can be about you thinking about your family, you know, the shoulders that you stand on as you walk through life, the people who came before you. Some of you may be even really delving into your family tree, maybe doing a bit of a heritage search, and just finding out who's who of your family tree. So I definitely see that investigation and finding out some really exciting things that make you who you are today are started there for you as well. But I feel some of you, not all of you, but some of you may actually reach out to or have someone like a long lost person from your family reach out to you, okay? Or if you, because I'm seeing messages come to you actually rather than, I feel it's something that you're curious about, but I see that there is perhaps someone coming towards you saying, hey, we're related, so, and you're like, whoa. So it feels like a surprise, but at the same time, it feels like a pleasant surprise is what I see there. And that's for the people who are currently searching for family members that perhaps have dispersed or, you know, or just, you know, long lost relatives. That's what I see there as well, okay? But this is also about your empowerment. It feels very much like you look at your family heritage and feel strong and proud of where you have come from, but also who you are today. And I feel there's a lot more opportunity available to you. I mean, in terms of you working really hard towards your goals and dreams, I definitely see that you are on point to be very successful. Indeed, you're going to build wealth. I definitely see generational wealth, something that you're working towards or will be happening in your family lineage. And I see a breakthrough happening here for you. It will come in the form of some really good news. But also I feel with that Five of Pentacles, some of you have been struggling with doubt or with low self-confidence, okay? There's something here that you feel like you haven't quite accomplished yet, or perhaps you've been noticing that what I'm getting is, and again, don't shoot the messenger when I say this, it feels like sometimes there's this energy of you take 2 steps forward in life and then suddenly you feel there's been a setback and you have to take 3 steps back. This will change, okay? So if you've been feeling that that's been happening for you right now, there is a closing of a cycle or a chapter going on in your life that is going to free you up, and it will feel a little bit more like you're taking 2 steps forward, then another 2 steps forward, and that you are making progress. So there's definitely movement here. And I'm also getting with this Five of Pentacles a need to really look at what is kind of outdated in your life, okay? This is like a breakthrough. As you can see, it's basically a frame. So I feel life is how you frame it. You can look at all the things that you feel like you don't have, or look at all the things that you feel like you've lost out on, but that will keep you in a stuck cycle of low vibration. And remember, the universe, it feels your vibration. So whatever it is that you feel you lack, even if you're just thinking about it, the universe is going to send you more of that because you basically are focused on lack. So if you're focused on more, then, you know, the universe will send you more. So sometimes we have to, I know it's a sentence that I don't particularly like, but I completely understand it. It's like fake it till you make it, right? So I feel some of you, it's about like focusing on the vision, because I keep getting this energy of the vision. See the vision, the goal, what it is you want in life, and feel it like you got it right now, and be grateful that you have it. And then the universe conspires behind the scenes to make sure it shows up for you. And you don't even need to think about the journey. You're just putting one foot in front of the other, and the universe will start to deliver. Many, many years ago, when I lost pretty much everything that I had within a couple of months, I was learning, obviously, a major tower moment, learning a lesson about loss. And luckily, I was so grateful. I had my family and my friends and, you know, the support network. I was so grateful for that, but everything else pretty much fell away. The job, the relationship, the house, everything. And, you know, I became very, very still. And I see for some of you, there is a stillness in your life right now. And this is where the catalyst for change occurs. When we become very, very still, we surrender to the process. We actually discover a little bit more about who we are inside, and we go searching inwards. And suddenly the universe starts to conspire and bring you the things that you've been fighting for or battling for many years. As soon as I stood in that stillness and I was like, okay, universe, just show me, because I'm exhausted, I'm broken, I don't really know where to go now. Suddenly the universe started to deliver all the things that I really wanted, the things that I'd worked towards but hadn't quite accomplished yet. And it just became easier, and I was like, what? So I really feel there's something in that, and, you know, the law of attraction, it really does work. So remember, thoughts become things. But also what I'm getting here is it's almost like you're uncovering things that you've evolved from recently. You're closing out chapters or cycles where you feel a relationship or an event or an experience has run its course, because I feel this is energy of you like deadheading the roses, because that's when you promote more growth. Okay, so I definitely see that happening there as well. I'm going to pull a quick card on that Five of Pentacles before I move on. Thanks so much for it, guys, God angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? High Priestess. Okay, so it's basically an indication here that you've broken open a portal to the subconscious mind, where you are accessing everything that you've learnt before, and you're reprogramming so that you don't repeat cycles, so that you are basically empowering yourself. You're connecting to more of what you want. Let's put it that way. The High Priestess is to reprogram thoughts, to really tap into your inner self, to connect to your higher self and be all that you can be. Learn the lessons of yesterday so that you can implement them today, and it will transform that tomorrow. Okay. Now the High Priestess, of course, is a card of being a bit silent right now. So it can indicate that some of you have been struggling silently and trying to put a smile on your face and get on by. But I feel in the future, and it's not too far away, you're going to have plenty to smile about. There is some really major transformations going on here, some breakthrough moments. Also, I feel this is about you developing your spiritual gifts and also putting your own needs first. It's a Virgo card there, and not in a selfish way. It's more of a way where you're getting to know thyself, so therefore you can replenish your energy, replenish your cup, and then you can actually help other people from there. Because if you're constantly drained with that Five of Pentacles, you know, you can't help anybody, and you just keep on depleting your resources and you'll be running on empty. And that's when you start to get to a very critical point where you get burnt out, okay? Now also we have that Strength card. So this is about powering up. This is about unconditional love. Some of you beautiful Virgos have forgotten to take care of your own needs. Let's put it that way. You've forgotten how to self-care. So I feel you got lost in some way of helping others or fixing other solutions for other people. It just feels like you've been neglecting your own needs for some time, and suddenly you're starting to realize, actually, I need to get back on track. I need to really focus on my own health. I need to focus on my true life's mission and calling. And although you're still going to help other people, I feel like you are making sure that you don't kind of run out of time for your own needs. That's what I'm seeing there. But also, I mean, the Strength card, this is about you building your empire and being king or queen of that empire, really being a force to be reckoned with. And I feel this is the inner roar, okay? This is about you empowering yourself, really having that gravitas that I was talking about, and basically having the confidence to stand in your power, not doubt yourself, because the Five of Pentacles can be doubt. It can be feelings of not enough, and you are more than enough, and then some. And I feel you're learning more about yourself and what you're capable of. And unfortunately, sometimes we have to go through that testing time, because we learn what we're capable of when we are going through change and challenge. And the most intense spiritual evolution period in our life, it doesn't happen when we're sitting on the floor, you know, having an aha moment in peace and quiet. It actually normally happens when we're going through the struggle, when we're battling away and saying, enough, I can't take it anymore. And then suddenly we've got the epiphany or the breakthrough moment, the aha moment that says, okay, I am strong enough to tackle this. I am strong enough to take this on. And suddenly you download a lot of wisdom and knowledge that helps you unlock the next level. And I feel that you're about to unlock that next level. And we tend to be tested right before that. So if you feel like, I gotta go get that card because it's just flown across the altar there. One moment, please. I'll just get one more. Okay. One moment, please. I'm just gonna go get that card. Sorry about that, my beautiful Virgo. I just had to go and get that card for you. So we have creative forces. Okay, so transformational forces are the same as creative forces. This is about you being the creator of your destiny. You are the architect of your dreams there. It says here, your creativity is endless. The creative power you hold within is far greater than you realize. Artist, inspiration, and innovative. Okay, so you don't have to be an artist to get this card, but this is about you creating your destiny the way that your vision is projecting in your mind. So again, it's really connecting to that sense of vision. You are the visionary, and now you set the steps in motion to create the world around you. You know, everything that we have in our world, it started with a vision first. You know, basically this tarot deck, you know, it started with a vision and then it was created. It came to life. Thoughts become things. Same with this glass bowl. You know, everything starts with a thought. And I feel like you are tapping into your thoughts at this time and powerfully creating your destiny. There's major breakthroughs happening here, and actually some really good news as well. Eight of Wands, even if you look up the meaning of the cards, it means progress and good news. And you've got the Page of Pentacles there. For some of you, this is financial news. But we've also got unclear path. Now, this is the card that flew right across the altar there onto the floor, okay? Now, that could be symbolic in itself that, you know, you're not unclear anymore. You don't really need this card. However, maybe some of you have been feeling a bit lost or in limbo or just, you know, unsure of the path. I was given that message from my guides at the very beginning about the vision, and that sometimes the path is unclear because we know that we'll be tested on it, and if we saw the tests that lay ahead, maybe we wouldn't take the path, even though the goal will be worth it. So I feel this card is really connected to that message I got from my guides earlier for your reading. It says here, step by step, keep going, and it will lead you to the destinations that you might not have considered. Remember, sometimes it doesn't have to be linear because we are meant to meet a new person or a new experience or a new lesson. Everything happens for a reason and everything is connected. I do see in the next coming weeks and months that your path is going to be a little bit more linear, however, but I do see that you've had a few plot twists recently. It says unknown and hidden blessings. Sometimes if we want to go from A to Z, we see the goal at Z and we're at starting position A. You know, sometimes the universe needs to send us to B, C, D, E, F, G, because there are little blessings along the way. Now, I don't normally see life or our path like this, but what I'm seeing in the water is like, I don't really play computer games, okay? So, but I'm seeing it as like a computer game, okay? You go on the mission, because I'm seeing this little figure kind of like walking, and it's almost like putting little nuggets of gold or something, collecting things that are going to help as tools on the path ahead. You may not know what the coin that they've put in their little bag in the water there is going to unlock later on in the next level of your game. Okay, so it just feels like that. I'm not saying life is a game at all. It's actually a very, very serious spiritual evolutionary path. But also, it's like, remember that sometimes we need to take little plot twists so that we can gather little tools or learning lessons to help us for the next stage. So I definitely see you're going through that. And a fresh start. So I did mention earlier that I feel like there's a lot of endings happening in your reading here and in your life. So this can indicate, you know, it is a portal for change to open and unlock fresh new starts for you. And some of you, fresh new start is new neighborhood, new experiences, new job, new community, new way of living, new lifestyle, new diet. So I definitely see that some of you are implementing new things. It says this new chapter will require to take a leap of faith in the process, which is in front of you. New beginning and new possibilities. So definitely portal of change there. Really interesting because if you have a look at this card, the book is closed, so it means a new chapter. So I definitely see that some wonderful, exciting opportunities are headed in your direction. Just going to go and get a trinket or rune. So we have a little dog. Okay, now of course the little dog can represent companionship. You know, this is about who you can trust, who's by your side, who you allow into your life and loves you unconditionally. But also the dog can represent comfort. It can represent longevity, investment, but it can also be about, you know, uncovering things, uncovering a truth, uncovering long lost relatives. It could be uncovering opportunities, hunting something down and not stopping until you've done it. And I definitely see that that's your energy as well there. But the dog, it represents loyalty. It represents truth. It also represents living in the present. Okay, you know, I know it's such a corny thing to say, but, you know, the present is a gift. That's why it's called a present, of course. So I feel you're learning to be more mindful at this time to create peace of mind, because I see some of you have been a bit of an overthinker. Breathe. What is meant for you will never pass you by, and it actually will take down your anxiety levels as well. And finally, we've got the ice rune, and this is all about static. You know, some things have come to a halt, but know that there is a breakthrough there. Also, this is about energy levels. Some of you may feel that you've had low energy. I mentioned it earlier about this heaviness. Some of you may have been going through a cooling period where suddenly, you know, you've been really motivated and then it's fallen away, and you're having to, you know, work really hard to maintain or sustain that motivation and that energy and drive. And also some of you may have been going through some separations. So I'm sending you a huge hug out there. Whether it's a separation from high-level commitment, whether it's a friendship that you're distancing yourself from, know that this will transform and your focus will shift and you will work things out the way that you want to work them out, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. If some of you want to enter the competition to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is listen to a song called You're the Voice by John Farnham, and in the comments box below, write this sentence: I stand strong with an attitude of gratitude, and my guides will draw me towards one subscriber to win that free personal reading. And please make sure the notification bell is switched on, because I will upload a video with the person's name in it, and I'll let you know how to reach out to get your personal reading. So it's very important that you are notified of that video. Okay, so thank you so much, my beautiful Virgo, and love and light.